Everyone takes the easy route and expects a different result. I've been playing Valorant for over 4 years now, and during that time, I've been able to reach the heights of top 700 in all of North America while only playing 2 hours a day. I also lost over 100 pounds, finally was able to see my jawline for the first time, and I was able to build an online business that helps me actively pay for a majority of my full university tuition, all at the age of 18. I'm not saying these things to brag or to put others down. To be frank, I don't think what I did is too impressive in today's age. But I want to show you what's really possible for someone like me who's untalented, not special in any kind of way, and wasn't born rich or had any real luck growing up. So how did I do it? I'll boil it down to just 5 subtle reasons why most people are stuck in not just Valorant but their life as well, and show you steps on how to break free. The first reason is something that so many people overlook and then ask themselves, why the hell am I not progressing? You see, there are 2 different types of people. Person A does the same things over and over again. They log into Valorant, play their 4-minute range warm-up, and skip out on the 1 DM they should be playing. They lock in random agents and think that winning is all RNG, and the more hours they play, surely they'll rank up. Then, 8 hours later, sunk into the game, they come out of it angry, they lost over 100 RR, and it takes them months to get back to where they started. Now on the other hand, we see person 2. They realize that in order to improve, they must focus on the most important actions. Instead of doing a half-assed warm-up, they change it by doing a routine they can actually feasibly do every single day. They play ranked with intention and stick to 2 agents that they are 100% confident on, and they change their lifestyle habits by adding in 30 minutes of cardio to improve memory and enhance focus. They limit themselves to 3 games per day, they sleep 8 hours per day, drink 3 liters of water, and they change their mindset from not focusing so much on the end result to focusing more on the moment and actively improving in every round they play. After all these small, minuscule healthy changes, they see themselves skyrocket in rank with ease, while everyone around them, including person A, spends 10 times more hours while getting worse results. This is a common phenomenon that happens to 90% of players, which is you don't know which actions to prioritize. This is a classic situation where we can use the 80-20 rule, which states that 80% of your desired results come from only 20% of your actions. In terms of Valorant, this doesn't mean you should be only playing 20% of the time, but rather to prioritize the biggest tasks and actions to maximize your time and results. Now, how can we apply the 80-20 rule? To make it super duper easy for you, I will personally tell you the actions you should be doing that helps both myself perform at my max capabilities at all times while only playing 3 games per day, and helps my students have results like these to quite literally jump upwards of 5 whole ranks in just a single session. 1. Aim train for just 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be complicated, but use a routine from a trusted source. 2. Play 2 DMs and have one be focused on crosshair placement and the other be focused on counter strafing. 3. Limit yourself to 2 to 4 rank games daily, no exceptions. 4. Sleep 8 hours and play at the same time. 5. Do some sort of physical activity for just 1 hour, whether that be biking, weightlifting, sports, or running. It doesn't matter, just get off your ass and move. 6. Think back on every death and find countermeasures to prevent that mistake from happening again. 7. Do steps 1 through 6 until reach desired outcome. Obviously, I can add more and make it much more detailed and refined to fit every person's specific needs, but these are the fundamental building blocks and steps that result in 80% of people's rank progression. Not only are these the steps that I did to not only reach my peak rank, but also to lose 100 pounds and balance my gaming life with my real life ambitions as well. And before you say this is too much, if I'm able to balance this schedule with university, working a part-time job, getting an average of 10,000 steps per day, coaching students, and still finding time to spend with family and friends, you can 1000% do it too. No excuses. Remember, it isn't easy, but it is simple. Consistency is the name of the game. Now, going into the second subtle reason, the majority of people want these shiny and amazing things in their life, whether that be to reach a certain rank in Valorant, get their dream car by 21, have their dream career like being a YouTuber, streamer, or esports pro, or even something as small as getting an A in their math class. With all that being said, there are plenty of studies showing that over 90% of people regret the lives they have lived. I know from my own experience, I greatly regret how I spent my first 15 years of my own life. I developed really bad eating habits, which in turn resulted in me gaining 300 pounds. I never really cared about school or put in any effort into it. And the only real thing I had going for me was my Valorant rank, which wasn't even that impressive. But like I said earlier, I was able to change my life drastically and improve, and not just Valorant, but literally every single aspect of my life by just understanding this one subtle reason why I was stuck in the first place, which was that you always take the easy route and expect a different result. If you look at any top performing player or individual, you can clearly see the difference between you and them. That could be work ethic, discipline, or simply just not doing the right things, even though you know you should be. Something that really changed my life was telling myself, if you want to become your best self, look at the person that inspires you the most and see what they're doing. Now double it and do it yourself. Obviously, I'm not trying to say to never take rests or breaks, but more so put in more effort and take it more seriously. If you know that the person that you inspire to be is doing much more than you, then how can you expect to surpass them or even catch up to them by putting in minimal effort? You're not working as hard as you think you are, and changing your perspective on that will change your life forever. Now, going into the third subtle reason why you're hard stuck, which I can almost guarantee that you're doing right now, I'm going to bring up a study where a graduating class of Harvard MBA students were asked about whether or not they had goals. The following were the responses. 3% said they had clear written goals. 13% had goals, just not written down, and 84% did not have goals at all. 10 years later, it was discovered that the 13% who had non-written goals earned on average twice as much as the 84% who did not have goals at all. The 3% who had written goals outperformed everyone altogether by earning 10 times as much as all the others combined. Now, I'm going to ask a simple question to you. What are your goals for the next 5 years? Most likely, you have no clue. Or more specifically, you have an idea, but you never really made a clear point as to what you're actually chasing towards or grinding for. Most of you will say, yeah, I would like to be better at Valorant, or I want to be rich, or I want to lose X amount of weight. Okay, that's great and all, but have you actually written those down? Exactly. You probably haven't. You have missed the one subtle reason as to why you're stuck, which is because you don't have clarity over the goals you have. One of the first steps to anyone who's trying their absolute best to knock themselves into a better reality is to not only set goals, but to write them down. This is by far the easiest tip I have for literally anyone to do because it costs nothing. The reason why I always ask my students when first meeting them about what their goals are and what they want to achieve is because I understand the importance of having clear-cut goals for yourself. It helps you stay motivated, focused, and keeps yourself accountable. It allows you to track your progress and see how far you've come. It reduces anxiety, increases productivity, and enhances life balance and organization. So, if you haven't already, please, if not for me, then for you. Write down your goals and be clear as day of what you want to achieve in your life. And if you want, write down your goals in the comments to keep yourself accountable on them. Now, for the fourth subtle reason why so many people seem to never be able to improve no matter how much time they spend, many people blame external factors like, oh, if it wasn't raining today, I would have 100% gone to the gym. Or, if Riot just gave me better teammates, I would easily be able to rank up. Or if I just had a better study spot, I would be a 4.0 GPA student. I'm gonna tell you right now, straight up, you're coping so extremely hard. There's a difference between unfortunate circumstances that physically or emotionally can't get you out of bed and just minor inconveniences that don't actually prevent you from doing the actions you know are right for you. The silent killer that most people aren't even aware of is that you let your excuses prevent you from taking action. The reason why so many of us do this isn't because it's raining or because we don't have the perfect environment. We're just scared to fail. We're scared to know that even if we put in our utmost efforts, we still might not make it. And that's the deep, hard truth. But for me, I like to reframe it like this. Instead of telling yourself, what if I don't make it? Tell yourself, what if you do? What if you do accomplish your dreams? What if you do reap the rewards of your efforts? What if you finally succeed? No one can promise you that your efforts will always be rewarded, but I can promise you that no effort put in will result in you going nowhere. A quote that really resonates with me and is perfectly fitting to end this point is that you can only change if you change. Finally, the fifth and final subtle reason as to why you seem permanently hard stuck is that, in all honesty, you care way too much about what happens. Coming from someone like me, who's a terrible overthinker and constantly worries about his future, over the last couple months, I've been reevaluating myself. Actually, that's why I haven't been uploading. I wanted to know where I wanted to take my channel, and quite frankly, who do I want to be and how do I want to live my life and engrave myself in the Valorant community. I think a lot of people forget how fortunate we are. We're so lucky to be able to spend time in our day watching videos, to play ranked games, to talk to others on the internet, to speak our mind and share our experiences. We're so fortunate to have little crushes on classmates, to experience love and affection, to have an opportunity to grow and mature, and to create art and sing. And we're so very blessed to have the opportunity to live a life and to be born in a world as vast as this one. We forget all of this because we are too caught up in useless and meaningless things that don't really matter in the end. Mind you, this isn't discrediting or putting down your traumas and unfortunate circumstances. Instead of telling yourself that you have to do this, that you have to become the best, that you have to prove people wrong, that you have to outwork everyone, remember that none of this you have to do, but get to do. You get to do this. You get to experience this. You get to work hard. Please do not waste your life worrying about being caught up with petty emotions and overthinking thoughts. You don't have to do this. I don't have to do this. But we get to, which is in itself a beautiful thing. Thanks everyone for watching. I stream almost every single day. Wait, actually, I'm streaming right now as this video is being posted. So my Twitch is linked down below. And if you also want to be coached by me, my link for that is also in the description. Or you can personally DM me on Discord and I'll do my best to answer any questions that you have. As always, I love you guys. And remember, you only fail when you stop trying. Bye-bye.